Okay, I don't want to die, so thank God I was going the right way. Oh shit. I didn't save, I got lost at the exact instant that I had to sneeze, and I was like, fuck it, I gotta sneeze. I really wish the shout would work while I'm riding the horse, and like the horse would just zoom over here with me. That would be amazing. I mean, there's probably got to be a mod for that, but maybe it only lets you do certain things like unrelenting force off the front of a horse would be pretty neat. Because you would get to see it in in 3D or third person. Can't believe I'm already up here. It doesn't seem as far now that I've been up here so many times. And fall down. Then do your little thing and then fuck it. I've heard that you can like let that thing follow you up to the door and then it'll get inside whenever you go inside. It'll teleport in there with you and then like the graybeards will like fucking blow shit up killing that thing. Because apparently when you're low level and people are like, oh, I gotta kill this thing, and they can't kill something that regenerates a fucking troll at a low level, it's pretty hard. But I've just always gone around him. I've killed him maybe a couple of times. I think one time I tried to sneak around him. Probably the first time I saw him I was just like, I'm not gonna mess with him. I'm gonna sneak around it, and I didn't know how far it was because I hadn't watched any Let's Plays. And I don't like to look things up. I mean, now that I've played this game for hundreds of hours, like 600-700 hours, because I did, like, you know, I didn't play it for 3.5 years. So these guys should have something to tell me this time. I think. They could also be asleep. Because it is the middle of the fucking night. Oh, of course he's not asleep. Wolfgar.
No fucking.
So I guess he did that.
Sky
Arngeir
above.
got up.
Sky, guard you.
I need to learn the shout used to defeat Alduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was recorded on Alduin. Maybe I shouldn't. I'll say, does it matter?
Yes. For matters of such gravity, we need to know where you stand. Or who you stand with.
Is he gonna think I'm a dickhead if I say this? The Blades? Maybe he doesn't like the Blades, because she doesn't like him.
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
I just want to kill dragons, man. Yeah, they're helping me. At least the blades aren't keeping secrets from me. Man, I want to say like all three of these things. Yeah, you know, I won't shy away from this.
Do not be so sure about that. Beware. The blades may claim to serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have. As for me, I kept from you only what you were not yet ready to know. Are still not ready to know, as your question reveals.
Won't you help?
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einoth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
Yes, please teach me the shout.
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
What do you mean it... yeah, what's bad? I mean, we're trying to get rid of the dragons, right?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
I thought you knew them all.
But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history.
Dragonrend is included in
Perhaps
all.
only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
If it is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Yeah, why haven't I met him yet? I mean, well, I know, but I guess I should say I need to speak to him then.
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer.
I guess I'll ask who he is, see what he knows.
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
I don't really want to ask this, but I guess that's my choice.
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain.
It's
He
not really a
speaks to
choice
us
if you have one
only
option.
rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
Now, how do I get to the top of the mountain? I mean, I've got that ice storm. I can't get 5 feet through that.
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Yes, please. This is what I was been looking for. I thought you sent me somewhere and I was going to find this, but if they're going to teach it to me, that's great. At least they walk around the same speed that I walk. I'll let you go too because, oh, he went. I guess when he opened the door, it pulled the other guy with him. Okay, before I walk down here and learn this shout that I could stop the storm with, it's gonna be like a whole freaking... It's gonna take a long time to talk to that guy. So anyway, once I finally get up there and talk to him, here we go. This is a major plotline kind of shit stuff, I believe. Places, everyone.
The path to Parthenax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Look.
You're giving me all three parts of it too.
Core.
It was like 4 things. I walked over it,
I
goddammit.
will grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
Thanks, dude.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit. Use clear skies to open the way to Parthenax.
Okay. If he doesn't have anything else to say, then I'll... So, I am going to want to put this in my favorites. I didn't have to spend souls to get it. I only have 5 left. F. I want to try that. We'll put that in the favorites too. Oh, so this is like a, like show enemies.
What? Nakas!
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's definitely not... I thought I used Whirlwind Sprint, like fully maxed out to go through that. But that doesn't work, so... Anywho... if I could do inventory while it was like real time, then I would bother going to recharge all of my weapons, but I'm just gonna have to wait.
Look!
I like how this shout has a really quick cooldown.
Look! Yeah.
some more bullshit. Oh, you can see the little ice things.
Look!
Gotta be getting to the top of the mountain here. Throat of the world discovered. Holy shit.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wundernik. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
I wish I could have gotten closer to you before you started addressing me, because now it's going to be barely hearable, or audible, or whatever. I wasn't expecting you to be a dragon.
I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
Yeah.
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. I have spoken. The Rotmulag waits.
Do I have to shout this thing? He said match it. How do you like this shit? Can't see your eyes, you keep facing me
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as Argonian, but as Dova. Ah, yes. Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. Ah, I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
How did you know I came for Dragonrend?
Alduin Comet Tid. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
So how can I learn it? If you can't learn it and don't know it.
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
Well, I want to kill Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
Because he's killing everybody. Yeah.
True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Dez, of fate?
Well, it's not because of destiny that I think I should stop him. He's killing everything and resurrecting all these other, harmful dragons that are killing off humanoids, and I'm sure you don't have to worry about that up here, but it's kind of a big deal down on the plains and the cities down there.
And so perhaps your destiny will be fulfilled. Who can say? Des Motmahus, even to the dove who ride the currents of time, destiny is elusive. Alduin believes that he will prevail, with good reason. Rakmul. And he is no fool, Nidme. Rinnik Gutnol, far from it. He began as the wisest and most far-seeing of us all. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monaven, what you name Throat of the World?
Oh, I never thought about it.
This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Zokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him.
Using Dragon Red?
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him.
Well, obviously.
The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin. But this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
So why did he come back, if your nose looks like a Daedric helmet?
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwahlan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyer.
So you're saying the ancient Nords sent Alduin forward in time? I guess I didn't really catch that, but I guess I'll ask that.
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye.
So if I get an Elder Scroll, is that what I'm going to do to him?
Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
This is kind of a shitty question, but I'll ask it.
Not in... I knew. Which is why I have lived here. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Oh, okay, I see what you do. Yeah, where do I find that fucking thing? I'm pretty sure it's very, very far north.
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
Well, I've played this game quite a bit. The Lore Keeper at the College of Winterhold. Yeah, that's the direction I need to go, so yeah.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovahsos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Su'Arkamora. Dremyolok, greetings.
Yeah, what do I do with that thing when I find it?
Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Ahran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression.
Okay.
You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir. Who are they?
The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hun, the Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
What does the Dragon Wrench shout actually do?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
So you're the master of the Grainbeards. Do others come here to train? I doubt they've taught anyone else the clear skies shout, but I'll ask.
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on the words. How? What does that mean?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Yeah, I've heard about Foos, but what about Faim? What the fuck is that? Or Yol? Faim or Yol? I'll go with Faim.
Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength.
Oh. I wish to meditate on a word of power. Can I do
Which
the others
calls
too?
to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Well, I've already done Faim. Let's do Yol.
In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your Sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare?
Burn everything.
Which calls to you,
How
Dova?
about Foos?
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
Okay. Force without effort. How could an Elder Scroll cast Alduin through time?
Vomendok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it, from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time, perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihorn, they would not listen.
Oh, you were there?
Yes. There were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin Stur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us. Ni-Ov. Their inner councils were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
Interesting.
Lok Thum.
Before I stamp these papers, well, I gotta go back this way, I guess. Was it this way? Ah! I have no idea where I'm going. Hey, there's that. I know where I need to go. Good old walking down the fucking hill like this. Ah! Holy shit, I'm almost dead. Let's go with the big fat 6. I can't risk just dying after doing all that shit. I haven't saved yet.
Yeah.
So is this thing like calm now? Like, can I just go up here and... It was like permanently calm? Where did those guys go? I need to talk to them. But first, I have done all of that shit, so I'm gonna save before I do anything else.